Do you want to explore more about e-commerce? Join us as we dive in the exploration about the impact of e-commerce on today's digitalization.
E-commerce framework and disruption. E-commerce framework refers to a software you're using to build your e-commerce store. The basic framework of e-commerce enables for doing business online. The framework consists of a comprehensive structure beginning with the base technology layer to the general service layer. E-commerce has, to a certain extent, changed market structure. Traditionally, market ties were created through the exchange of goods, services, and money. E-commerce has brought in an essential element: information. Market ties are now based on information services, information goods, and electronic money. Although the nature of exchanging products remains unchanged, the channel and the format of doing business have changed. To better understand the basic framework of e-commerce, the following figure explains the features of the major layers in the environment of e-commerce. So, let us discuss the layers of a e-commerce framework. So, the first layer of e-commerce framework is the network infrastructure, or also known as the information superhighway. Network infrastructure is the foundation layer of the hardware infrastructure. It is a mixture of many forms of information transport systems, which include telecom, cable TV, wireless, and the internet. These systems, in particular the internet, provide various types of telecommunication channels for transmission of contents used in e-commerce. The second layer is the multimedia content and network publishing, while the information superhighway is the transportation basis that allows content such as text, sounds, and images to be transmitted. The second layer provides an architecture that enables the content to be developed in a programming language known as Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML, for publishing on the World Wide Web, or the WWW. Another programming language in use is Java, which enables multimedia content to be transmitted to end users' personal computers via various networks such as cable, wireless, and fiber optics and satellites. The third layer is the messaging and information dissemination. Messaging transmission is usually done by the following technologies. First, communicating non-formatted data by using fast mail, electronic mail. This mainly directs to individuals. Second, communicating formatted data by using electronic data interchange, or the EDI, as purchase orders, invoices, and packaging lists. Messaging transmission technology has encouraged business process automation. Third is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or the HTTP. HTTP is an information dissemination tool generally used on the internet. It uses a common display format to publish non-formatted multimedia messages in a various environments. And lastly, Uniform Resource Locator, or the URL. URL is a present used by many web surfers to search for information. The fourth layer is the security protection in business services. This layer is regarded as the essential facilities for doing business because it is required by both business corporations and individuals in business transactions. The facilities include standardized product catalogs, price lists, electronic payment methods, secured transmission of business information, and the authentication of identity of both trading parties. The ultimate goal of e-commerce is that the seller gets the payment and the buyer obtains the product. To ensure transaction security, e-commerce needs to ensure content reliability, integrity, non-reputation, and to provide the relevant evidence in the case of disputes. Therefore, Payment security on the web is crucial to ensure smooth completion of a transaction. The prevailing method of security measure is by electronic certification, which provide end-to-end security protection. And lastly, the fifth layer is the practical application of e-commerce. E-commerce is widely employed in a supply chain management, electronic marketing, electronic advertising, online shopping, online entertainment, and pay information service and network banking. Next is the application of electronic commerce or the e-commerce. First is the online shopping. Online shopping is a form of e-commerce which allows consumers to directly buy goods or services from seller over the internet. Mobile commerce describes purchasing from an online retailer's mobile optimized online site or app. One can purchase almost anything online, starting with groceries and greeting cards to cell phone and ringtones for the cell phone, and everything can be purchased online. Next is online banking. Online allows customers of a financial institution to conduct financial transactions on a secure website operated by the institution. To access a financial institution's online banking facility, a customer with interest access would need to register with the institution for the services and set up some password for customer verification. Online banking usually offers features such as up-to-date bank statements, bill payment, transfer of funds between the customers' different accounts, loan applications, and higher interest rates for savers because of lower cost. Next is the VOD or the video on demand. It is a technology for distributing or delivering a video content. VOD also allows organizations to create content that stays relatively forever. A business or a company can create a video to promote their products or services using this technology to market their products and goods or services. So next is the supply chain management. Supply chain management optimizes inventory levels, ensuring that the items are always in stock without overstocking. Or order processing. When a customer places an order, supply chain management system efficiently route the order to the nearest fulfillment center for processing. This process minimizes shipping cost and ensures quick delivery. So lastly is the online marketing or online advertising. Online marketing is a form of marketing and advertising which uses the internet to deliver promotional marketing messages to consumers. Like other advertising media, online advertising frequently involves both a publisher and an advertiser.
There are 5 key players of the business, namely production department, marketing department, customer service department, accounting and finance department, shipping and distribution department. All these are key functions of a business. Focusing on just a few areas won't improve profits or growth. Effective communication and coordination among all departments are crucial to meet the customer expectation and support company development. Using online tools and e-commerce technology helps ensure quick and efficient information flow, which is essential for good supply chain management. E-commerce has an advantage and disadvantage. E-commerce, as we all know that e-commerce is a business transaction through electronic means. So, e-commerce advantage can be classified into 3 major categories: advantage to organization, advantage to consumers, advantage to society. So, what is the advantage to organization? Advantage to organization using e-commerce include expanding their market to national and international markets with minimal capital investment, allowing them to easily locate more customers, the best suppliers, and suitable business partners across the globe. E-commerce helps organizations to reduce the cost of creating, processing, distributing, retrieving, and managing paper-based information by digitizing it. It improves the brand image of the company and enables better customer service. Additionally, e-commerce simplifies business processes, making them faster and more efficient, reduces paperwork significantly, and increases the organization's productivity. It supports all type of supply chain management, where a business process starts when a request comes from a customer and utilizes just-in-time manufacturing. So the other advantage is the advantage to customers. So the advantage to customers from e-commerce include 24/7 supports, allowing customers to make transactions or inquire about products and services anytime, anywhere. E-commerce applications provide users with more options and quicker delivery of products. They also offer more options for comparing and selecting cheaper and better products. Customers can leave review comments about products, see what others are buying, and read other customers' review before making a final purchase. E-commerce provides the option of virtual auction and readily available information, allowing customers to access detailed information within seconds. Additionally, e-commerce increases competition among organizations, resulting in a substantial discount for customers. So next advantage is the advantage to society. Advantage to society from e-commerce include reducing the need for customers to travel to shop, which leads to less traffic on the roads and lower air pollution. E-commerce helps reduce the cost of products, making them more affordable for less affluent people. It also enables access to service and it also enables access to service and products in rural areas and that otherwise would not be available. Additionally, e-commerce helps the government deliver the public services like healthcare, education, and social service at a reduced cost in an improved way. E-commerce disadvantage can be classified into two major categories: technical disadvantage and non-technical disadvantage. So technical disadvantage of e-commerce include potential lack of system security, reliability, and standard due to poor implementation. The software development industry is still evolving and changing rapidly. In many countries, insufficient telecommunication bandwidth can cause network issues. Vendors might need special types of web servers or other software, setting the e-commerce environment apart from standard network servers. Integrating e-commerce software or website with existing application or databases can sometimes be challenging. Additionally, there could be software or hardware compatibility issues as some e-commerce software may be incompatible with certain operating system or other components. Non-technical disadvantage. The non-technical disadvantage of e-commerce include high initial costs of creating or building an in-house e-commerce application, which may also face delay in launching due to mistakes and lack of experience. User resistance is another issue, as customer may not trust an unknown or faceless seller, making it difficult to switch from physical stores to online or virtual stores. Ensuring security and privacy in online transaction is challenging, and customers miss the ability to touch or feel products during online shopping. Additionally, e-commerce applications are still evolving and changing rapidly. Finally, internet access is not yet cheap or convenient for many potential customers, especially those living in remote villages or away from city. E-commerce platforms and vendors. An e-commerce platform is a tool that is used to manage an e-commerce business. E-commerce platforms option range in size from one or small business to large enterprises. These e-commerce platforms include online marketplace such as Amazon, eBay, that simply require signing up for users' accounts entitled to no IT implementation. Another e-commerce platform model is SaaS, where stores owner subscribes to a service where they essentially rent space in a cloud-hosted service. This approach does not require in-house development or on-premises infrastructure. Other e-commerce platforms include open source platforms that require a hosting environment, cloud on a premises, or complete manual implementation and maintenance. A few examples of e-commerce marketplace platforms include Alibaba, Amazon, Rakuten, Walmart Marketplace. Vendors offering e-commerce platform services for client hosting their own online store site include e-commerce, Salesforce Commerce Cloud, Squarespace, WooCommerce. Government regulation for e-commerce. The government regulation of e-commerce ensures fair and secure online business practices by protecting consumers' data and rights, ensuring secure payments, enforcing tax law, preventing counterfeit sales, and maintaining honest advertising. Disruption to physical retail. E-commerce has disrupted physical retail by offering consumers the convenience of shopping online, offering at low prices, which has led to a decline in foot traffic and sales for brick-and-mortar stores.
Good afternoon, everyone. My topic for today is all about e-commerce infrastructure and services. E-commerce infrastructure refers to all the facilities and tools needed to run your e-commerce business. This includes the hardware, software, network, and services that support your operation from start to finish. Every business requires an infrastructure to support its customer and operations. This includes facilities, equipment, and processes for all functional areas. Overview of e-commerce infrastructure decision that e-commerce business face. Marketing is the system and processes businesses use to constantly bring in new leads, follow up with, nurture, and convert them into raving fan customer. So, marketing is to get people interested in the product or services of company. Next is facilities. Means a building structure or network of buildings, pipes, controls, and equipment that provide transportation, utilities, public education, or public safety services. Customer service. Contact center infrastructure comprises hardware, software, and telecommunication networks for customer contract. Next is information technology. Information technology infrastructure is the system of hardware, software, facilities, and services components that support the delivery of business system and information technology enable processes. So, the use of technology is to communicate, transfer data, and process information. Fulfillment is third-party service provider that processes and ships products that your customer have purchased. Human resource, the set of people who make up the workforce of an organization, business sector, industry, or economy. Field of e-commerce arrangement. There are three areas of e-commerce: online retailing, electronic markets, and online auctions. The existence of value of e-commerce is allow consumers to shop online and pay online through the internet. B2C model or business to consumer. The term business to consumer, the process of selling product and services directly between a business and consumer who are the end users of its product or services, is B2B model or business to business. Is a transaction or business conducted between one business and another, such as a wholesaler and retailer. That's all. Thank you.
Customer to customer C2C model. Customer to customer model. This model facilitates the online selling and purchasing of goods and services between two parties. So there is no middleman involved in this model. Like for example, the Facebook Marketplace. It is a consumer to consumer model since Facebook Marketplace is just a posting app where you can shopping and buying. Peer-to-peer or P2P model. In this model, people share computer files and resources directly without being routed through a web server. So by using this model, you can download and share files without the interruption of other. Like for example, the BitTorrent. It is a transfer protocol for sharing large data over the internet in which each part of the file downloaded by a user is transferred to another without being interrupted. E-commerce. So by hearing the word mobile, of course, it is obvious, right, that this model uses smartphones, personal digital assistants, and mobile devices to conduct transportation. E-commerce infrastructure categorization. In the changing world, there is necessity to improve the business requirements according to the changing needs of technology, trends in the market. So there are three categories of e-commerce infrastructure categorization. The first one is e-commerce environment. So e-commerce environment defined as general guidelines and frameworks that will make your business suitable for running e-commerce. So e-commerce environment helps business for better buying and selling of goods and services or transmitting of funds of data over the electronic network or the primary internet. The next one is the infrastructure service. So infrastructure service, one of the more service will work together to provide particular functions to the e-commerce business. Services like authorization, payment, or order validation, etc. helps during product checkout by the users. And the last one is e-commerce solution providers. So e-commerce solution providers, they offer an end-to-end solution for e-commerce business who doesn't have implementation on the team. E-commerce infrastructure components. E-commerce infrastructure components assign its features of the hardware, software, and network to its appropriate purposes. Knowing that functions of e-commerce components allows you to better structure the e-commerce platforms. So as I mentioned earlier, there's three components of e-commerce infrastructure. The first one is hardware, software, and network. So let's start first with the hardware. So hardware allowing you to connect your network and have access to outside world. It allows you to show data, recover, and use your data. Some important hardware components are computers, hubs, routers, data access, data centers, and etc. All of I mentioned earlier is devices, right? Then next components is the server. Of course, without a device, you can make a server. The next one is software. Of course, we are all familiar with the software, right? So it is a tools for managing system, analytical, tools for business optimization, and service providers are example of software components. So software has four categories. First is management service, analytics, middleware, and API. So let's discuss first the management service. Running an online store requires you to handle a variety of services, including the database, resources, and contents of some software service that aim effective management. The company's resources are data centers, content management, and enterprise resource planning. The next one is analytics. So analytics is one of the most important part of software because it is to show or where you analyze your company's capacity, which helps you to improve the system for better performance or for better work. The next is the middleware. Between services providers and service users, middleware acts as a mediator. It might involve specialized servers, communication, protocols, components data, of course, or a combination of all of these. And the last one is the last category of the software is the API, or it stands for Application Program Interface. So Application Program Interface is a method or instrument used in the development of software, applications, it outlines the proper way of software components to communicate with one another. So that's all for the software network. So we are all familiar with the network, right? Because it provides communication path and service between user processes, application services, and external network through the internet. So network also has categories. First is the internet connectivity, firewall, security service, load balancer, and lastly the DNS, or stands for domain name system. So let's discuss first the internet connectivity. Of course, it is familiar to us since we are using smartphones nowadays. So internet connectivity, establishing connection between various devices. And the next one is firewalls. So firewalls defends your network against the outside attacks. It allows you to choose which types of communication are let through. So by using the firewalls, you can manage who can connect and secure your account without I secure your account by protecting it and offering an extra layer of security. Firewall safeguards your network from external attacks. And next one is security service. So even if you have a firewall, many lack in protecting against the hackers, including the security service. So in order to for better network connection, you need to or to protect your network, you need firewalls and security services. Next is the load balancer. So load balancer used to distribute overall load on your web or application servers. And finally, the last part of the networks is the DNS or domain name system. A system for your website. They locate the internet protocol address of your domain name. Criteria for choosing e-commerce infrastructure. Of course, this criteria has also four components. First is the flexibility, usability, scalability, and the security. So let's tackle first the flexibility. So flexibility, an e-commerce must be flexible to manage all the uses, right? Because if you are not flexible to manage all the uses, you may cause problems. You may cause problems to your business, and you must have the ability to respond quickly for all the changes, like adapting the new changes of technology for or to gain some advantage. Then the usability. This factor is important while you are choosing the service for e-commerce platforms. Next is the scalability. Scalability infrastructure should be sociable in terms of technology, human resources, high traffic, and etc. Lastly, the security. Your infrastructure must allow firewalls like I tackle in the e-commerce infrastructure components networks, right? Firewalls and security. So your infrastructure must allow firewalls to protect your e-commerce from network attacks and other security service or paid ads or paid security services. Stoy, di mo sigsaba! Elements of e-commerce infrastructure. So elements of e-commerce infrastructure is comprised of multiple elements that often have to work together to solve the major pain problem to solve the e-commerce pain points. So elements of e-commerce infrastructure has 5 categories. First is the technology, sales and marketing, customer service, fulfillment, and finance. So let's first with the most familiar one or recognizable one, the technology. So e-commerce hardly rely on technology. Since technological infrastructure enables data-driven personalization, allowing e-commerce platforms to tailor products recommendation, discounts and shipping options based on the consumer preferences or based on the consumer preferences and purchase history. The next one is sales marketing. This one is this one is also crucial to the e-commerce since sales and marketing aspects of your e-commerce operation. One another major consideration. So without the effective sales and marketing, you won't be able to attract enough customers to your online store. So in order for you to sales and to earn more money or profit more, you need to make sales and marketing effectively. Next one is the customer service, where I know all of us is familiar with the customer service. Since customer service, in I in order to deliver exceptional customer service with the right tools, as your business scales, you also need robust customer relationship management system to easily manage hundreds of thousands of interactors. Because if you have bad management service, I know your e-commerce business will fall down, and it will cause a lot of negative feedbacks to your business. Next one is the fulfillment. So fulfillment is one of the area you need to focus since all of the all of the things includes in technology, sales, marketing, and customer service is here in fulfillment. So everything you do from warehousing to inventory management to delivery or shipping you need to fulfill all of that so that you have a nice or good business name or brand name. The next one is the finance. This is the last one of the elements of e-commerce infrastructure. Finance, you also need infrastructure that support your financial transaction along with your sales, payments, and alternative channels. So that's all for the elements of e-commerce infrastructure.